Okay guys, thanks for tuning in, thanks for watching this video, and of course thanks for subscribing to my channel. So as you can see by the title, I have not charged my battery for about 2 months. I had only one discharge, well, one charge, one discharge on it. Was it one charge? It was, yeah, one charge, because the battery came charged, and I topped it off, and I went on for one discharge, which if you want to see the video, it's in my video library on YouTube, and we did do 44 miles on one charge, doing that about 50 miles an hour continuously. Okay. So in regards to, as you can see by the title, that I have not charged my battery for 2 months. There's a suggestion that you should charge your battery every month, which lots of guys swear by it, and they charge the batteries every single month at the end of the month. But in reality, I did not charge my battery for way over 2 months. Okay. I discharged it, I charged it again, and I left it fully charged. Again, there's another, I don't know if it's fact or not, but let's just consider it that it's a fact. To me, it might be a myth. That the battery should be stored at 70% capacity. I don't know. I don't see it that way, but that's just me. Let's say hypothetically, right? My myth is that I keep it at full charge and I call it a day, right? I don't have any problems. Now let's say hypothetically you keep it at 70%, and I guess you would have to charge it every month so it doesn't go below. To my understanding, the BMS in these batteries, not the smart BMS or the Bluetooth BMS, it continuously runs, right? So it never shuts down. So in my battery, of course, the BMS never shuts down. It continuously, or well, it pretty much continuously watches the battery, monitors the battery for any issues. So long story short, like I said, I have not charged my battery for over 2 months, and my battery was stored at 100%. So to make this video very short, not as long as I usually do, after a little bit over 2 months, the battery lost maybe 1 volt. It's that. I plugged it in and it showed 84 volts, and I charged the battery. I put it on 10 amps and it was fluctuating with the smart charger that I have. Again, if you'd like to see that review on that charger, you'll find it in my video library in YouTube, so take a look. And it fluctuated between 5 and 10 amps for about 3 minutes, not even. And then the battery charger indicated that it was fully charged. The light went off and it says it's fully charged, and it stopped. So I kind of understand why it was fluctuating between 5 and 10 amps, and it was the fan was going on and off. That's when it's doing that, last minute topping. I forgot, pulsating charging. That's what it's called, and it makes sure that all the cells are charged individually. As you know, I only have 23 cells, one parallel. Okay, so it's only one leaf and 23 of them. So it's again, I charged the battery, I tested the battery, I got 44. The temperature outside was about 55 degrees. So if I was to, let's say, do it again at a temperature of 80 degrees outside, the weather's 80 degrees, I should probably get, I would say, 50 miles off of a charge. A discharge between 45 and 50 miles an hour. Now, if I was bring down the speed and instead of doing 50 miles an hour, I would keep it at 30 miles an hour. I guarantee you I will double that range, and I will be very happy if I get 70, which really it should not be a surprise if I get 70 miles off of a charge. Why? Because I am not traveling 50 miles an hour. So physics shows that the faster the faster you travel, the more energy you burn, which is true. It's like running. The faster you run, the more energy burn. And if you run at a pace, you'll last longer. Anyway, so in regards to this, people cutting me off. I'm hoping for great distance on this battery. Of course, not. I won't be always doing 50 miles an hour because there's lots of streets in New York City that you just physically can't do 50 miles an hour because you're just way too fast. The streets are narrow and they have very sharp turns, and obviously I don't want to get injured not wearing much of a gear. So in regards to that, I know that 44 miles was done in a perfect condition where the temperature was at 60 degrees, let's say 50. It was at 50 degrees, it wasn't freezing below zero, so the discharge of the battery was excellent. It wasn't too hot, so the battery didn't lose any power because of the heating problem and the cells overheating. And again, we are hoping, well, I'm hoping, of getting a great distance in regards to weather condition, and also in regards to the speed that I'm going to travel in. Again, it's funny because they did a survey, or the survey has been done, whoever does it, right? And on a top number, it was always LA that has the biggest, most congested highways and traffic. We actually have beat LA, and right now, officially, New York City is the number one in congestion of traffic. So we are literally number one, and as far as it goes about the traffic in New York City. So we beat LA, which is interesting. Now, let's say going over the bridge or going around local streets, there's no way I will be able to do 50 miles an hour. I would be lucky if I hit 30 miles an hour, to be honest with you. And again, it's not how fast you'll get there, it's how safe are you going to get there. And of course, at the end of the day, you want to get to your destination in one piece. That's the reality, to be honest with you, and that's what I'm aiming for. My commute shouldn't be really hard. Unfortunately, I have to take a ferry, which takes approximately, in a rush hour, 25 minutes. That will give me a time to charge my bike if I wish, and move forward with my trip. So I'm not sure. You guys got to comment down below, and let me know, why is it that the battery should be stored at 70%? I totally understand. I have talked with the manufacturers in China, Alibaba, all those places, all those professional people, and they say, well, we do not store our batteries at full capacity because the exposure would be ridiculous if there was a problem. And again, folks, don't forget, don't leave your battery charging unattended overnight. Don't leave it for longer than overnight. If you have a rapid charger like I do, don't go too crazy. My thing is, very few times I'm going to charge at 10 amps. Even though I could, it's not a problem. The battery allows me, it's built for that. It's not going to overheat. The problem in it is that if you every single time you charge it with a rapid charger, um, you are going to lose the battery capacity. So the longer you charge your battery, the better you're going to be, and the condition of the battery is going to be pretty much at a healthy level. So yes, I understand that you are out in the field and you have only, let's say, 3 or 4 hours that you can charge, or maybe an hour. You know, in an hour you'll be able to charge 25%, which in reality could give you, 30 miles of a distance of travel. So if your battery is depleted and you need to rapid charge it, by all means. Let's say if I'm on my ferry, excuse me, 25 minutes, I could charge the battery for 25 minutes. I'm not going to charge it at 1 amp or 5 amps. I'm going to charge it at 10 amps because I want to get as much juice as I can within that 25 minutes. Now, if I am at home and I know I'm not planning to go out with the bike afterwards, I can easily charge it at 5 amps as recommended by the manufacturer and call it a day. So there it is. And not necessarily, the rapid charge is not only for fast charging. It's you can also manipulate it. You can charge it anywhere between 1 amp and 10 amps. So it's completely up to you, how fast you want to charge it. Again, the myth, and I believe it, is the slower you charge it, the better charge you get. And that's pretty much with every battery that I've known. My question is, okay, why is everybody saying 70% stage of battery you should store it? I know the answer to it. The answer is because you don't want a crazy explosion. Give you an example. So every time they mail the battery or they ship the battery, it is barely charged. It's at its minimum stage because of the possibility of explosion. Now imagine if the battery was completely depleted and you puncture it, probably not much would happen, But if you have battery that is fully charged and you puncture it or somebody drops it, guess what you have? You have a big problem, big explosion, big everything. However, my battery, the 50 amp hour battery, 72 volts, can fully charge at 84 volts, which I was extremely surprised. However, it was delivered by FedEx Express, and I'm not saying FedEx is the greatest company to ship things around or anything like that. All I'm saying that FedEx is definitely better than postal office, because they really don't care. I mean, there's lots of TikTok and Instagram videos showing how FedEx and how Amazon and how UPS delivers and how they take care of the packages. So that being said, come on man, let me in. Thanks bro. That being said, I was really lucky that the battery wasn't damaged. It didn't say fragile, it didn't say anything on it. It was just a box. Again, if you want to see unboxing of the battery, you're more than welcome to check that out in my video library and see how that went. And again, it's pretty heavy. I'm thinking my bike right now is about 150 pounds, which is the weight of kind of like motocross bike, maybe a dirt bike, much heavier than a pit bike. So I'm in the category of kind of like no longer an electric bike or electric bicycle. It's again electric dirt bike or motocross, that kind of category or stage. Everything feels sturdy and it's good. We're still working on that ignition. It's just so cold that I can't be outside working with anything because it's just freezing. And I would have to bring the battery downstairs to the yard and connect it and see how the wiring is going to go and things like that. So, but again, this video is purely about the battery, and I don't see a point of not charging your battery 100%. There's also a theory where, don't charge your battery all the way up. If you charge it at, let's say, 90% or 95%, you'll save the life of a battery. I mean, obviously, yeah, because one cycle, one charge, one rechargeable cycle is considered from 0 to 100%. So if you, every time you're charging, let's say from 0 to, let's say, 85%, you still got the 25% left. Now 25 multiplied by 5, that's big save. But now the disadvantage is that you have not charged your battery all the way up, so you're not getting the power, you're not getting the performance, and you're not getting the distance. Even if you have regen braking and you have it at the highest point. So on my electric bike, regen braking at the highest point, I do have enough weight mass behind the bike because it's 150 pounds plus me, 250. So I can see where the regen will work perfectly. But in a perfect world, the regen braking has been tested, and really, out of let's say 100%, you only gain 2% of battery back. So it's like, for 2%, I either have to set it up, or I have to put additional switch, or I have to go out of my way and use a switch, or I have to install a brake deactivator. It's just too much hassle for 2% of power getting back. To me, it's pointless. Only one big advantage with the regen braking I would find would be that you're saving your brake pads. I have to still look and see how I'm going to address my brakes once they start wearing out. I'm not sure which brake shoes I can match. If they get used, I'll take the pair out, bring it to a bicycle shop and see if they can match it that way. That would be the easiest way. So that's what we're gonna do. So again, regen braking. Even with electric cars, the old myth was like, oh yeah, the more often you brake, the more regen charge you're gonna receive. Well, folks, so sorry to burst your bubble, but it really doesn't work that way. The way it works is that the battery in electric cars are being assisted by, and this isn't a hybrid, by the motor, and of course the motor is being assisted by the battery. In Tesla, again, that regen braking is humongous, and again, it doesn't really give you much of power back. I mean, if Tesla says that it's going to do 300 miles, estimate 300 miles on one charge, I guarantee you that's where you're going to get 300 miles. And I do not. I have one of these friends, and he says, yeah man, next car I'm getting Tesla. Like, what the fuck? Like, dude, I understand. Look, don't get me wrong, Tesla is a gorgeous car, beautiful build, everything about it is beautiful. The speed, the torque, everything, the response. It's an electric car, it's not a hybrid. But let's take a look at it, right? So look, statistics show that you will spend $1,400 throughout the entire year to charge your car as often as you use it, right? I like that idea. Great, $1,400. That's nothing compared to how much money I have to put of gas to run my cars, or my one car, to work. I totally understand. I totally agree. Yes, you're saving money. You're saving money, and everything is good, right? But first you gotta get the plug installed in your house, right? So you can have a regular wall outlet plug, or I forgot the name of the other plug, but it has like 5 pins in it, or that, which is stage 1, stage 2, stage 3, right? So the higher the stage, the faster it's going to charge, right? Probably like 40, 50, 60, 70, 80 amps. So yes, I understand that, but again, it's a hustle. If you have a regular wall outlet where you're gonna plug in your Tesla, there's no way that you're going to charge your entire battery in an entire day. Okay, it'll take over 12 hours to charge your car. That's one. Let's say you have the rapid charger, the 3, right? So you charge it, and then after you charge it, it's still giving you 300 miles, and that's on a good day, right? Now, God forbids you use air conditioner, that battery is going to start depleting really fast, and you know that. Let's say you accelerate hard a couple of times, or you're just the aggressive driver, you're going to use the battery. Your 300 distance range is going to come down to whatever, 250, whatever it is, right? Some people say like, well, I'll take the 50 miles less. That's not a big deal. Great, I understand what you're saying. Now, here's the thing. So you did that, right? And I see lots of Tesla guys, like they drive it really slow. That's number one. They never accelerate aggressively. That's number two. Maybe that's I guess that's good for everybody around you. There's no more, speeding people. Nobody speeds no more. So that's that. They always behind a big truck or trailer, so there's no wind resistance. It's just retarded. It really is retarded. Look, I understand you are in LA and 87 octane gas is $5 a gallon. I completely understand that, right? You get a Tesla, great. But I mean, you can get them cheap, you can get them brand new, expensive, whatever it is. It's for everybody's budget, right? It's not something that you can't get, right? I mean, again, people get it because it's famous. Why is it famous? Because it's different, right? The door handles, they're different. The inside is like fucking white. Like, hello, get the hell out of here. Why the hell would I get white, man? Or any stains, food, coffee, you're done, finished. Anyway, so let's say you're one of those special people, right? You want everything white inside. You want a screen bigger than your windshield. That's totally cool with me, right? That's your prerogative. That's what you choose to do. That's what you do. Cool. But still, I don't understand. Why the hell am I going to buy a car where I'm always continuously, being subconscious of oh my God, how far can I go, right? And now I tell my wife, because my wife wanted to get a Tesla. I'm like, wait, hold on a second. We can't go to Florida with Tesla because we're going to have to charge the damn car like 50,000 times for no reason. I mean, obviously there is a reason behind charging, but the whole thing is, like, how often am I going to charge? And now I've noticed there's few YouTubers on YouTube that they had gone to a charging port station for Teslas or any other electric vehicles, and the system were down. Like, the machine was down. It was never maintained. It was broken. It wasn't functional. It wasn't working. Or the application didn't work on their phone, or there was some sort of issue or problem. I don't want to run into these issues. For me, it's headache free when I put gas in the car and I travel, right? So my goal in future is to get a hybrid car. Now I've dealt with my mechanic for many years, and he's always extremely brutally honest with me when it comes to my labor in a car, when it comes to parts, when it comes to expenses, when it comes to wise decisions. And I asked him, what car would you pick, right? And he's got a Honda Pilot, like really, brand new. So obviously, if he's driving a Honda Pilot, there's got to be something about the car, right? Because Honda Pilot or Honda in general was always considered a very good car to lots of people, even young people, because of the VTEC technology and strength and power and torque and everything else. It's a high RPM operational car. So believe it or not, my mechanic, because I tell him, look, I want a hybrid. Like, I want to put gas, hopefully goal is once a month, right? Hopefully, that's the goal. So let's say that's what I want, and I was, he told me, yes, of course, you could do that. He told me, don't even get a Honda CR-V hybrid. Get yourself a Toyota RAV4 hybrid, You're gonna be very happy. There are no problems reported with the car for many, many years. Okay, or at least past 3 to 4 to 5 years. And also, the resale value market, it's ridiculous. So, like my wife was just like, okay, I gotta turn in my lease very soon because they're sending me a paper saying if I want to keep the car, I can finance it, this and that, blah blah blah, right? Or let me just return it. Well, here's the problem with the lease: if you don't keep it as long as you can. Um, for the lease, you pay the depreciation on the car. I don't know if you guys know it or you don't know it, but I figure I'm gonna put it out there, right? So the minute you paid off the depreciation on the car, the dealer is not making any money on that car, okay? And then regardless, the lease is not your car. So that's why these guys, she's doing April, right? We are in January. They're already calling her, sending her paper saying, like, return your car. So you want me to return the car because right now, literally, it's not making any money for you. That's the biggest concern that they have, making money off of the lease. And I told her, look, we paid the depreciation on the car, and right now BMW is not making any money on this car whatsoever, so they want to get rid of that car or let you finance it so you pay even more and they continue making money. So I told her, as a matter of fact, we could return the car. She's doing April. We can hopefully try to return the car in May, just to extend it for 1 month and see if they're going to have any problems with that. Because I was